What's going on, Lake of the Ozarks? It's your guy, William Holtz, and I am so pumped for you to join me for this edition of our LOZ featured doc series. For you history buffs, doesn't get any better than 4 generations in with Gaylynn Meek from the 1.5 mile marker of the Gravois Arm. Docks, boats, the lake life, your mind must be racing. Whether it's a listing for sale now, a custom build here in the villages at Shawnee Bend, or a condo at the iconic Topsider, I'm your guy. But first, another LOZ feature doc on Lake TV. All right, and without further ado, Gaylynn Meek here at the 1.5 mile marker of the Gravois Arm. Thank you so much for having our crew out today.
It's a pleasure.
So one of the reasons we wanted to come feature you in your doc is this is one of the greatest stories down here at Lake of the Ozarks, and it didn't just happen the last few years. If I understand correctly, we're on our 4th generation, so if you would, share a little bit about your guys' Lake of the Ozarks story and background.
Well, it kind of started back in 1958 when my dad had a small 21-foot wooden boat. They lived on a dock house on the lake that my dad built, we did, for about 4 years, and then they started building their dream home, which was their retirement home.
Yeah, and you were mentioning your dad back in the late 50s was boating and had that wooden boat. Not a lot of people said they were boating and had familiarity with boating on Lake of the Ozarks back in the 50s. So boating was something that was super important to your dad.
For sure, yeah. So it started way back then. My dad always loved boating and self-taught himself how to sail and cruise on larger cruisers. And yeah, he had a real passion for the lake.
All right, Gaylynn, now you mentioned that this particular house, like this area, has been in your family since the late 50s. So just talk to us about from then to now and the transformation of your guys' lake property.
Okay, well, in '94, my father had passed away and my mom really didn't want to come down to their house anymore. And so in '94, we decided that we would start bringing our family here. We lived in Illinois at the time, and so we spent summers here and weekends here, and our daughters came and brought their friends, and then our family started growing. We had a lot of issues, so we decided to go ahead and take that house down and build one of our own that we wanted to be in through retirement years. We tore the other house down in 2014, and we started building this one right away, and we moved in June of 2015. It was incredibly hard. We weren't here for the tear down of that house, but my family received some videos from a neighbor, and I haven't seen those videos ever because they would be too emotional to watch. But we just all look forward to the added space of this house, and it's been a really wonderful thing for myself, my husband Barry, and our girls, their husbands, and all the 6 grandkids. This is the very first dock my dad actually built this, and we lived on this dock. You can't live on docks anymore at the lake, but
Wait, you lived?
We lived on this dock.
That's where your bedroom?
We called it our dock house, yes. It was one big open area. There was a bedroom and a center kitchen, and then a front room that was more like a living room that we had a hide-a-bed on. Then we transitioned into building their house. Funny story, when my dad built this dock, it had a little inlet for the boat. And I was about 12, and what I did that I never got in trouble for, I would bring that boat in as fast as I could and dock it as fast as I could without touching the dock. This boat they would take up to Warsaw with a bunch of friends that had a cuddy cabin, and they would spend a couple of nights. And then they ended up buying this big cruiser. It's a 36 Chris Cavalier, and we would spend lots of nights out on the lake.
In the day, that was like the Taj Mahal on the water.
Yes, it was. That's just a picture of my dad at the helm of his houseboat, which he bought in the 80s and refurbished it. My parents were amazing at refurbishing things and building things, making things, designing things. And this is just their little compound that they...
This is
what we tore down.
That is unbelievable. Don't go anywhere. Next on our LOZ featured doc series. After this. Exclusive lake luxury is hard to come by nowadays, but that's exactly what's available at the Villages at Shawnee Bend. Whatever your lake dream, the Villages can make it a reality. Stake the claim to your lake paradise in the lake's premier luxury home development, the Villages at Shawnee Bend. Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline. Your time at Lake of the Ozarks is limited, and AquaPest Solutions understands that. Let us worry about those pests so you can spend your time out on the water. AquaPest Solutions uses our proprietary blend of essential oils and relies on the best crew and equipment on the lake today, ready to arrive by boat or truck. Locally owned and operated AquaPest Solutions. Call today and get your quote tomorrow so we can get rid of what's bugging you. This is incredible. You've got beautiful furniture. So walk us through that process a little bit of having this dock built.
Okay, well, we had a pretty decent dock before, but in 2020, we decided to buy a bigger boat, and it didn't fit in the slip. So we went to Ozarks Barge and Dock Company, and the unfortunate thing was that it was the year of COVID. We started the process, and it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. We were fortunate enough to have the owner of this boat, previous owner, allow us to keep it in his slip until his boat got there. So in the spring of 2021, we had to bring it to our cove.
So in that process, of course, COVID, one of the craziest times to get anything on the water, any big product or purchase. But you guys kind of were involved in building that. Your husband, Barry, I understand.
For about 2 years, Barry worked with a dock layout just on paper, on graph paper. Everything was to the foot, to the inch. And so Barry was instrumental in knowing everything that we needed on this dock. It's not a huge dock, but it's really, really functional.
Oh, and it's got the look, it's got the dock locker, it's got it all. So tell us a little bit about some of the features. I noticed you guys got PWC, stand-up paddle boards, so you got a little bit of everything.
We've always had PWCs down here. This is only our second set, and these are, we've used these, I want to say, for 15 years now. They're pretty old. Yeah, 15 summers I think we're at. I wanted my sunning area. Barry wanted his under the roof area, his shaded area.
Now I can't move forward without finding out just a little bit more about what is this Yaya? I see the cups, I see the shirts, I see all the girls. You mentioned it's Girls Weekend. Is there more of a backstory?
There is. My Yayas are my group of women and daughters, and now granddaughter is old enough to join. You have to be 21 years old. We started this back in 2001. This is our 25th year, and they come down every year, spend 3 days. We play hard, we eat good food. boat a lot, cove out.
Man, so I lucked out that you guys made an exception on your 3-day Yaya trip to let the guys come hang out.
That's
so
right.
Can we see what the Yayas would be doing? Can we have a little fun and see what you guys are all about?
Sure.
Don't go anywhere. Next on our LOZ featured doc series. After this.
Polylift boat lifts. In 1975, Gerald Ford was president, gas was 53 cents a gallon, and Saturday Night Live debuted. It's also the year Polylift Boat Lifts was born. 50 years later, Polylift is still the best boat lift you can own. Trust Polylift, built with quality and integrity for 50 years. Remember, for the last 50 years and the next 50 to come, you know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
As you dream of your lake life, I invite you to dream bigger. Topsider Condos, the coolest place to live at the lake.
So what do you think? Your dream of living in luxury at Lake of the Ozarks could be but one phone call away. I wouldn't wait. Topsider.
You gotta tell us, you guys obviously get out in the boat a lot. Do you have some regular spots? You mentioned Flower Pot Cove. You guys been there a bunch?
A bunch. We love going there. It's so beautiful, peaceful, quiet. We like to go to Jolly Roger.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorites. Lake Burger, Tap and Grill.
Tell me, I know that the girls, all the Yayas are screaming Captain Ron's. You guys go there?
We go there every year, just about. We go there for lunch. We spend the whole day out. We usually arrive home about dusk. Rum runners are great. And it's a full day out for us. It's about an 8 or 9 hour day.
I want to ask you, because you've been down here for so many years, and so you know so much about the lake, but what I've noticed is people continue to move here. What do you think it is about Lake of the Ozarks that's so different, so special?
Well, I think its size is very special. I think the fact that we have so many restaurants that are within 5-6 miles by water. We love doing water sports during the week. It's a little crazy on the weekends, but during the week we do tubing and wave running and things like that.
Sure. Something tells me that Dad's probably looking down, just elated that you guys are all living kind of his lake dream.
I'm pretty sure he is, yeah. I'm pretty sure he is.
What an amazing day we have had here, Gaylynn. I'm so thankful that you've welcomed us, our crew. And before we go, I saw the back of the boat. The boat's named. Is there significance? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it's the second boat that we've named this name, and it's the name of the boat is When Barry Met Sally, after the movie. And my husband's name is Barry, and since I was 18, he has called me Sally. That's just a nickname that's stuck, and that's the only thing he ever taught. He calls me Gigi, and he calls me Sally.
I love it. Very cool. So there is significance when Barry met Sally. I love it. Well, Gaylynn, thank you so much. This has been incredible.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the LOZ Featured Doc Series presented by Jonathan Hartenstein, broker associate with Lake Ozark Real Estate. For Gaylynn and her Yayas, we'll see you next time.
Take it away!